One of the things I'm doing while I'm here in Israel is catching up on the domestic politics here. I've been at the Knesset meeting various members of parliament and catching up with them, talking through the current issues. But also Haaretz is the leading English newspaper and is a great source of information day by day. There are two stories I want to draw your attention to. One is Prime Minister optimistic about fresh talks with Palestinians. And this is an attempt coordinated through Egypt to get the Palestinians round the negotiating tables with Bibi Netanyahu and Israel again. So the papers are full of speculation about whether that will actually happen. It may not be immediate, but there's a sense that negotiations will start again. The second story, and this is in a way more interesting for the domestic viewers, as it were, is around Kadima and the future of Kadima. Kadima is a relatively new political grouping. It did incredibly well in the elections, becoming the largest group in the Knesset, but is in opposition to the Likud-Labour coalition. But Tzipi Livni, who is the leader of Kadima, two elements. One is she's under attack from a guy called Mofaz, who is challenging her for the leadership. He wants a primary election now, and she's saying she will stand down in probably 3 or 4 years and hold it then. But he's wanting to force that issue right now. The second is that there are 7 Kadima members who are threatening to break away and go back to Likud. Kadima is quite interesting. It's quite centrist, it's quite new, very popular when it was set up. As I say, it's the largest grouping in the parliament. It's reminiscent of the SDP in the 80s, and there are 2 issues with that. One is the personalities may yet break it, a story we know only too well. And the second element is that no one really knows how long it will actually last, whether it's on the political landscape for a long time. Some of the smaller, more centrist parties and some of the left and right-wing parties have struggled as Kadima has come onto the political stage. If they hold their nerve, if they manage either to keep Tzipi Livni or have a successful transition and stay together as a parliamentary bloc, then Israeli politics could be changed forever. And effectively what we've seen is the death of the Labour Party in Israel. They're down to being the 4th party in the Knesset. So no one quite knows what happens next, but interesting times and a good time to be here in Israel and catching up with the current affairs.